I just thought I would share some of my views on modesty to encourage women, especially. Um, the I would dare say that the more modest you dress, the higher quality of man that you will attract, and that part of being having modesty is respect for yourself, respect for God, and make guys get to know you for who you are, not for what you look like on the outside. What you look like on the outside is only window dressing. Who you really are is what you really want a guy to be attracted to. And modesty isn't about covering up. Modesty is about covering your shape. And it may not be a modesty issue necessarily in most people's estimation, but I would encourage women to not wear makeup. God made you in His image, and He made you a masterpiece. So you don't need to try to improve on it. He gave you whatever complexion, your height, and he didn't make a mistake when He made you. He made you just the way you were supposed to be made. And embrace that, whether you're short, whether you're tall, whatever your natural hair color is. You're made in the image of God. And God doesn't make mistakes when He makes someone. Just how you and how you conduct yourself. How the more modest you are, the more respect you will receive from men, no doubt. I mean, good godly men would respect you no matter what, to see you as a person, no matter what you look like. You know, for me, I prefer modesty. That's what I would be attracted to. And the thing is, like, with me, as far as I'm concerned, having a beard like I do if it be within Yah's will for me, having a beard will attract a better quality woman to me. But as far as modesty with women, the earrings and the makeup and the heels and all this stuff isn't if it were like heels. If God wanted you to wear the things, He would have made your foot in that shape. It hurts for a reason. Now, does that mean I think that it's not my place to tell you what to wear, what not to wear? It's just one man's opinion. This is just one man's opinion of how I believe women should dress, and how that have respect. If you're married, you dress in modesty for to be faithful to your husband. I know, for me personally, if a woman's not married, their modesty is actually of more interest to me, because that means if they're modest when I meet them, that means that they're more than likely gonna stay that way, and it would be a sign to me that she'd be more faithful than a woman that dresses provocatively and just, to me, modesty is beautiful. Modesty is a godly thing, and I would one thing that might encourage you is, especially if you're a woman of faith, is if you look at the temple was the outside covering. We are temples of God. The skin is your first covering. Clothes are your second covering. And you are gifts from God. Let men help men to see God's creation in you. That men will glorify God and you will be a glory to God just simply by the way you dress. You know, it's not about keeping up with other women, because attracting a guy doesn't do you any good unless he's a decent, godly man, especially for you Christian women out there. So I just wanted to take a few minutes to encourage you to, maybe don't wear makeup. Let that light shine like God intended it to. And modesty, to me, modesty speaks volumes about your character. So I just encourage you to be modest. I pray for conviction of that women would be modest. And men need to be modest too. I mean, women are not as visual as men, but still, there are things that make men stumble. Or women stumble, in the case of a man. So, one way to show love is to actually not encourage a stumbling of your brothers or sisters. Just glorify God in how you dress and be the godly woman that you were made to be. You were made in the image of God, and God didn't make a mistake when He made you. You're a gift from Him to be a helpmate if you so choose to be married.